providing and strategizing around exit of agreements. I find this subject to be interesting, like I do with quite a lot of subjects in contract. But I find that this particular aspect of a contract and of negotiations is sometimes glossed over and becomes a big issue when there is a problem with performance of the contract. You find colleagues are now running around trying to find out how best to exit the agreement because it's the best thing for the company to do. My advice is that while negotiating or during negotiations, the issue of exit should be very clear and understood by the parties. It should be negotiated, and as much as possible, depending on what your interest is, there should be either more options for exit or less. Like I said, it really depends on which side you are on. So for example, there are some agreements, especially licensing agreements, where exit will mean a serious loss to the provider of the license, and therefore there will be very few or even restrictions. For example, the agreement will provide that during the first year or first couple of years, you're not allowed to terminate or exit the agreement in a certain way. So it's very important for parties to explore options of exit. Having said that, making provision for exiting an agreement is one thing. Strategizing around it when you have a situation is another. And so it's very important for parties to be mindful. Sometimes you find that parties run to terminate an agreement because that is the end, and they forget that there are other procedures in the agreement, such as negotiation, discussion, mediation, maybe even arbitration before you can exit. So it's very important that you take all those steps and you work together as a team so that you have enough input into the strategy and you're able to do it properly to achieve the end game. I look forward to comments from colleagues on their experiences in provision for exit and strategy around it. I look forward to seeing you next time, and thank you very much for your kind attention.